To the Man Cave Experience. I am Ron. That is Cedric, and just happy to be here. Sometimes we can get kind of complacent in our lives, and we just kind of think things are just supposed to happen. But Cedric and I realize how important this channel is to us. Hopefully, it's something that resonates with you. Even a small nugget you may get out of anything we say is kind of what we hope for. But it also allows us, and kind of the main reason we do this show is just to inspire each other, hold each other accountable, stretch each other to just be the best men we can be the best fathers we can be the best friends we can be. And just knowing that we're committed to this show. There's no plan to ever stop this show. It's going to continue to grow and evolve. But just for you in your life as a listener, just be open to whatever comes up for you, and just open and create space for growth. And again, if there's something that comes out of something you hear from us that inspires you to ask that question of yourself or others, then we're doing what we want, then what we feel inspired to do. So with that, I'm going to do a drum roll for the amazing Cedric Edison. I always mess it up. I always point the wrong way when it shows up in the video. So I'm going to point that way. I'm going to point that way. I'm going to point that way. But
like our counterway.
Right? My partner in crime, the amazing Cedric Edison. I just love to see how things are going in your life and how you're going to inspire us to talk about today's topic, which is happiness.
Ah, man, everything is good, man. Everything is good. Little man running around, learning stuff. Oh, man, that's a task. Yeah, man, it's just all around good. I'm happy, dude.
Nice.
Walking around, high-fiving people in the face.
Right.
No, I'm joking.
Happiness, because so why this is important, not important, but why this came up for me today, just to share a little bit with the audience, is gosh, 3-4 months ago maybe, my wife mentioned to me about a happiness hunter contest. And it was to go to Copenhagen, Denmark, and to experience happiness in Denmark the way they experience happiness there. It scared the shit out of me. I applied for it. Unfortunately, I didn't win, which was all cool. But it really inspired me to just look at happiness as being something that is important to me. Hopefully it's important to you. I know it's important to Cedric. But just something just to ask daily questions, or to just think about topics that I put out there around happiness. And I've been doing this as of today, 66 days in a row. I'm shooting for 100, and I'm going to kind of at that point just kind of rethink what I want to do and moving forward with it. But for me, it's just listening to what I'm saying, asking the questions of myself. And we have spoke about this, about this before. The things that we put out there, are we in fact, doing that ourselves? So for me, it's just listening to what I'm saying, really holding myself responsible, and just really understanding how important happiness is for me, or how important happiness is for the world. So I'm just curious, Cedric, for you, just a simple question, and I've asked this in my, one of the episodes that I did. How do you know when you're happy?
Oh, man.
I mean, how would I know, or what would be evident, whether it's in you or outside of you, or from me? What would be happening?
Oh shit! I gotta explain it this way, dude. I was like, well, damn, it would almost be, because I was thinking, man, people would feel my energy, and I was like, man, I'm fueled by happiness. And while I was thinking, I was like, and I had this picture of me being like a Care Bear and just shooting out happiness and getting on people.
Right.
But I guess that sums it up for me. Like, for me, people would know I'm happy because it would be contagious. Right. Or not happiness per se, but just the positivity
Right.
that comes from it.
Joy, happiness, all those things that kind of create that feeling.
Yeah. And even in those times where sometimes you just fake it, it's just not the right place. You know, you're at work and it's super professional, but you have that really personal thing, and somebody's like, "Man, how you doing?" You know, you don't want to. You want to be completely honest with them and be like, "Well, man, today is just not the fucking day. I don't feel like being here. I'm ready to go." But you have to act as if, so you can attract more of what it is that you want, right? So and that's when you kind of get, "Oh, I'm good. You know, I'm fine." Just trying to get that little glimpse. But over time, they can understand, like, man, overall, you're a happy person. Um, and I think and I would like to believe that they feel the genuineness behind it. And it's not just, I'm just not one of those people that just puts on this show like I'm just happy all the time.
Right. Well, it's funny because I asked the question of somebody else about, what does your smile mean to you? So, we think about when we see somebody else smile, almost that obligation to smile back, right?
Yeah.
But how authentic is that smile that you're giving back? And why does it take somebody else to smile to actually inspire you to smile? I mean, why can't you be the smile initiator? I think that's where I think we have room to grow in our lives is, we're in the line at Starbucks, or we're at the grocery store, or we're, in our life in general. How can we, if we're feeling that sensation of happiness, we're feeling that joy that comes along with it, we're feeling that energy that we feel in our body, how can we be the person that initiates that and creates that space for somebody else to, realize, wow, it's like almost okay for me to be happy now. I've got somebody else that I've usually around all these miserable people that are, complaining about things all the time. And now I've got somebody that's lighting, that's lit up, that's happy, that's laughing, that's engaged and smiling. I think when we're willing to do that and when it's authentic and real, how that shifts people's lives, how that, creates the opportunity to really look at ourselves and ask ourselves, am I happy? How do I know if I'm happy? Is it because I smile or don't smile? Because sometimes we don't smile and we can still be happy, right? It's not contingent upon a smile, but we have these things about us that we at least think when we see it, well, gosh, that person must be happy. And then just asking that question is like, what are you really happy? Are you happy in all areas of your life? Are you so happy in one area that it just makes your shitty financial situation okay, but overall I'm happy, right? I've got no money, but I'm happy because I've got I'm really connected to my spirituality, and I've got a great relationship, but I've got no money. So maybe there's some unhappiness there. So how do we look at our lives in a holistic way to where we can really understand how we can maybe achieve happiness in all areas of our life on a much more consistent basis? So for you, I mean, when you think what I just put that out there about being happy in in your finances, happy in your relationships, happy in your health, happy in your career, happy in your spirit, your connectedness to that which is greater. How does that feel for you? How does that resonate with you?
Oh man. To make sure, you said, how does like all of that resonate with me on how to understand that I'm happy?
In relation to being actually feeling that, because we could say we're happy, but then you could look at each individual area of your life, and you're like, not so happy there, really happy there, really don't know if I'm happy or not there.
I would have to, man. I have to adopt the words of our cohort, Beth Davis, man. Um, I know I'm happy in any given area when I feel that I'm unfuckwithable. You know,
I like
you know, like I love it. And if you guys knew Beth, it would be kind of quite funny too, because I never expected that to come out of Beth's mouth. I was like, oh shit. And that's like her whole slogan now, unfuckwithable. I think she had a program or something called that.
That's funny.
But in saying that, it's, and not necessarily by other people, because the more I work on it, it's I'm not able to fuck with myself into believing the bullshit that I'm about to believe, you know. Um, so when I'm there in that one, then I'm fine, you know. Running the, you know, I work for a delivery company, man, and we're in some very well-to-do areas. I thought my phone was broke one day. You know, I was just like, oh, I wonder how much a home back here was, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? 8 what? You know, now I'm like 8 million? Wow. You know, and I'm delivering a package to their house, and then I'm like, shit, I'm going back to my apartment.
Right.
You know, you could almost get unhappy. You know, you can allow that to go in your mind, but I'm like, I'm unfuckwittable in that area. Like, yo, I could remember not too long ago sleeping in the back seat of my car, sleeping in my mom's shit. Like, I'm good. I got 4 walls and a roof just like them. They got 4 walls and a roof.
Yeah.
I'm good. So that's how it is for me now, man. Can't say that's how, like, I used to equate happiness with money, you know, because that's all I knew. Like, we were broke, and I saw, to me, I would look at other people with money like, yo, they have a nice car. They don't have to worry about it breaking down. They can take a road trip in their car. They must be happy. You know, they get to go out and eat out at Chili's or whatever. Damn, that must be nice. They happy, you know, and as you grow, it's like, you know, shit, there's been times where I wasn't happy and I was still able to go eat out, you know, and it's just like, fuck, I want to just drink myself to death, you know, that type of shit. But yeah, man, just being unfuckwittable by the lies that I'm gonna tell myself, really. Then that's when I feel happy. Because other than that, I'm the only one that controls it. You know, because when you wake up, it's brand new. Most times you don't even have a thought for a couple of seconds. It's just boom, clear. You know, you just wake up, nothing for a second, and then boom, the brain kind of catches up, and then the day starts. Yeah. And it's some days it's like, fuck yeah, man, I woke up, I'm out, you know, especially on that off day, I'm off. Hell yeah, I have shit to do, man. It's a good day, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Or fuck, it's Monday, man. Oh my God, I hate this. I can't wait till my life is on track. I hate everything. You know, so that's how I am on that one. So what's it like for, like, how do you know?
You know, I guess when I feel like happiness for me is when I feel like I'm in alignment with my heart. Just, you know, that energy that I feel, that I'm just at peace. I'm not stuck in my head. I don't really necessarily have to have something or somebody in front of me. I think it's just an internal energy that feels right. And it doesn't feel displaced. It doesn't feel like I'm, you know, giving it to somebody else to be happy. It's like, you know, that happiness that is my decision in every moment, that is really up to me. And there's going to be, you know, happiness is still fluctuates, right? And, you know, when there's no internal happiness to experience, but I do believe that as a result of my efforts to really connect to happiness at a much different level by asking these questions to others and then just hearing those myself, it really makes me realize how many different opportunities that are available to us to, you know, kind of retool our thought process and to engage more in a way that we maybe never have before. It's like even asking questions, you know, are you happy when you wake up in the morning versus the evening, or who's the happiest person you know? For me, if I ask that question to you right now, who is the happiest person that you know, if you were to name a person?
Like right now?
Right now.
In my life? Me.
Yes. Who?
Me.
Right? And that's what I put out there. It's like, if you're looking to somebody else that's experiencing this sense of happiness and you're not that at the top of the list, then that's where your work is, right? Because I think we externalize on what we look at others that we want to experience versus, dude, it's my choice. I'm not going to give away my power, especially my power of happiness, to think that somebody else should or has the ability to be any happier than I can possibly be. And it's really giving yourself permission, right, at times to experience that, because sometimes we don't feel like we're like, why am I experiencing so much happiness? I feel these unfortunate people that aren't experiencing happiness, versus no, it's like, yeah, there's circumstances that may be challenging for them to experience happiness, but they can find happiness in their breath. They can find happiness in waking up and looking outside and connecting with nature. They can wake up and find happiness just in their own internal thoughts. And so that's what I feel like is just my mission at this point, to a certain extent, of just, connection and happiness, and how there doesn't have there doesn't have to be this notion of, that happiness is fleeting, like it's something you're chasing. It could be something that you decide in any moment that I'm going to tap into some happiness here by all these different ways that I can actually connect to that. Just by simply closing your eyes and appreciation for your breath and just how happy you are to just be alive, right?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, man, like I was gonna be like, man, I could play devil's advocate there a little bit.
Really?
And I was like, I think it is something you have to chase, but I think the thing that you're chasing, or one should chase, would be awareness.
Mm-hmm.
That's the constant
Right.
push or pull or fight or chase.
Right.
And I can let me just speak for me, because I notice, like, when I'm on autopilot, I don't necessarily experience any emotion, because I'm at work. I'm just doing my thing. I'm going to drop this to the door. I'm not feeling anything. I'm just going. I'm on conservation mode. Let me just try not to waste energy, right? But it's in those moments when I'm aware of what I'm doing. Like when I'm in the warehouse, man, it's so beautiful. It's so diverse. You have transgenders, non-binary, the whole nine, Muslims, some that wear the hijab, some that don't. I mean, every fucking body, dude. And it blows me away sometimes when my associates, we're walking from the back or whatever, and they're like, damn, dude, you know everybody here? And I'm like, I know a lot of people here. And they're like, how? And I'm like, well, really, I just started speaking to everybody. And it was genuine, and that's in those moments when, I'm actually stopping, hey, and it's not fleeting. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I actually stop walking to see if they're going to respond versus, oh, hey, how you doing? Because I think that's when I experience happiness the most, is when I'm aware. So I'm constantly trying to work on and chasing that automation of being aware, if that makes sense.
It does. And I love that, because I think that's, hopefully when we look at the purpose, if we're trying to live a purposeful life, first of all, I think we've talked about this before, about how important it is for us to be whole, for us to, really make sure that we're happy in our life, but then to bring that into the world, bring that into our relationships, bring that into anybody that we encounter. And I think that's, for me, something that is so important, because I think just in the world today, we can feel like, that the world is crazy or we're all disconnected, but we can throw up our hands and just assume that that's just the way it's going to be, versus taking actions in our day, taking actions in each moment. And I think for me, I choose happiness. And for you, the listener, what do you choose? Do you choose just comfortable times to be happy, versus challenging yourself to go outside of your comfort level and really create more opportunities to be much happier than you thought you might be able to be, or worthy of being? And I think that's sometimes we feel like we need to almost have that permission from somebody else to step into that higher, experience of laughter and joy and all these things that sometimes can feel, uncomfortable for those that are stuck, uncomfortable for those that are feeling lesser than, uncomfortable for those that are unhappy. So, my challenge to myself my challenge to you, Cedric, my challenge to you, the listeners, is as a result of listening to this and just how you're living your life, just be open to how happiness might become much more a part of your life and every moment that becomes available to you. And don't have the, the inner, or don't think of it as being something that's, that hard thing to do. Again, just happiness that I'm alive, happiness that I've got, a house, happiness that I've got eyes that I can see, all these things that are kind of in line with gratitude, just really creating a opportunity and awareness as you step forward and just experiencing all that you're destined to experience and not holding back, and experiencing happiness in all areas of your life without compare and despair, without judgment. Just show up for yourself, be the best version of yourself, and know that you're worthy of everything that you desire in all areas of your life. And I think I'm gonna drop the mic.
Boom.
Oh,
Wow. Oh man, I'm just sitting thinking like, man, in closing, I like that challenge too, Ron. And I was just thinking like, yo, damn, I'm getting old, man. It just it left. Oh no, dude! In the middle of the show, we recording. Damn.
say whatever comes next.
Yeah. Just to
We can't edit this shit out, so just keep going, dude.
I know, right? That was horrible freestyle right there, dude. I lost the rap battle. Hey, looking at the turtle, man, it's an awkward turtle now. Turtle. Let the sea such but no, I guess my thing, man, and how I plan to work that challenge is to continue to open my mind to different things that could make me feel happy or joy. I do believe they're two different things, happiness and joy. But to open my mind up to allow other things to cause that happiness or to be that catalyst, if you will. Like pogo sticking, just trying, being a kid again sometimes, breaking the rules that won't, take you to jail, like going in the back door where it says employees only. You're an employee somewhere, you can mess around with that, and have some fun with it, and that's basically it. Just have more fun. Because I believe fun is a really big catalyst to happiness. Because you can have fun in a lot of areas. It doesn't have to be joking or, running around a yard or whatever. You can have fun with your finances. You can have fun in spirituality, just finding different things. And I think that would, fun brings happiness. Happiness gives joy, in whatever area. So that would be my thing. So, yeah, man. Although I forgot some stuff, but I feel like that was the part I was supposed to give.
We appreciate each and every one of you that listening to us and all that you have done as far as supporting us from afar. And I will say my deepest gratitude for you, Cedric, as my partner here in crime and great friend, and just so much more to come, just scratching the surface here.
Yeah, man. So happy to be here. Happy to be on the show. Happy that you guys are joining this. Y'all see what I'm doing there? How does it go? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I'm just being see other ways to have fun, man, and just be happy.
That's a great opportunity. I mean, that's a great suggestion, right? Because like those old things that we remember in our mind that bring up that memory of happiness. Because it's not always about happiness in the current moment. It's like, what did I experience in my past? And I'll sign off with this. What memories do I have of happiness that I can reintroduce into my life and really bring something new that I thought was the past and bring it into the present. Boom! All right, guys. Catch you on the flip side.
Good night, everybody.